What I figured we'd do tonight is just kind of have an open forum and just kind of be together and talk about like any struggles, questions, concerns, anything that's working for you, all of that good stuff.
Awesome.
Like I know, well, first of all, Laura and Anastasia, yay! You all have 2 Success Club points each.
I know.
So awesome.
That's exciting. Yay.
Team leaders.
So yeah, like I was actually listening to, it may have been at Super Sunday, I can't remember, which I'm going to upload. Aaron Young came and spoke to us, and it was a really good call. Hey, Lauren. And so I was going to upload the talk that we had at Super Sunday. But one of the things that I heard recently that I really liked, because I'm very, as you all know, like very right-brained, business-focused, mindseted. And so like for me, and that's kind of the way that Nikki's always talked, like whenever I went through training, was just about like hitting Success Club. I really think it was Erin Young. I can't remember. But she said for her and her team, instead of focusing on Success Club, she said she asks everybody how many, instead of hit Success Club each month, how many people are you going to help this month? And then that in turn translates into everything. So I like that mindset better because it feels less pressure and more meaningful.
So when I focus on what I need to do, I start thinking of people and their faces and their stories instead of, the busy work of it or something. So yeah, I do like that a lot.
So Laura, share your story, because I know you said that your boss is a hard person. So how did you say?
So I work over at it's WDRB Media, which is a news station for anybody who's not in town. But and so I work in the sales department for like advertising sales. And this was actually it's my boss's boss, and she was sick like a couple of weeks ago. And she told me like she couldn't get over this cold, and she wasn't feeling well. So I took her a couple of packets of Shakeology, and I was just like, hey, this always helps me, like give me a little immune boost whenever I get sick, and just try. I wasn't even trying to sell her on it. I was just like, no, this really helps. Like this, just take it, and wasn't even thinking that it would turn into anything. So 2 days ago, she emailed me. I'm going to try to pull it up. She emailed me and said, I think I really like the Shakeology stuff. I think you've got me hooked. And so I was like, oh, really? So I just talked to her about it, and she asked where she could order it. And I said, well, they are amazing, and you have to get them. If they're made by Beachbody, you have to get them through a coach. Lucky for you, I'm a coach. And so, yeah, it was very nerve-wracking because she's like it was a test almost. Like she was trying to see how I sell things to know that I actually do okay at my actual job. And so like I was so nervous, like, oh my God, I gotta say everything right. But I put all that aside and just talk to her about it.
Yeah.
So I sent her a link and just told her, I said, pick your flavor. If you don't care for it, you can return it. They want to make sure that you're happy with the product. So seriously, just let me know if you have any questions. And then let's see. Let's see. Oh, she said something. Oh, she said, okay. So with shipping, I'm up to $6.41 per smoothie. For a one-time only order, that is a lot. Am I doing something wrong, or is it really that expensive? And I said, this is where I was like, oh my God, she's testing me. And so I said, it definitely is a bit more than other shakes out there, but seriously, these were the best. I did a lot of research before I started drinking them because I thought the same. but the results and feeling healthy are 100% worth it. And so the ingredients are all natural, so you're not filling your body with chemicals and fillers. And if you're using this as a meal replacement, technically you're saving money since most meals are around $10, if not more. And so she then sent me, have you ever thought about going into sales? And I said,
Hello.
I know. So I was like, so I get to keep my job. Yeah. So, and she ordered today, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it shows up on my office thing yet. Is it just one Success Club point, or do I get any for Shakeology?
As of
No, it's
It's two? For just
two.
Shakeology?
they
Now, yeah.
Yep, as of March, it's officially changed to where any new home direct Shakeology order is 2.
Okay.
And, the other new addition is, like, say if somebody orders like 2 of the Shakeology boosts or one of the performance line stacks, like the combination packs on home direct, that counts as 1 now. So like if somebody ordered like Energize and Recover packed together on home, that counts as 1.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, see, it's just sharing what you already know.
Oh, yeah. So.
And especially too, like I'm gonna keep going back to Super Sunday, but Darren, and like I said, I've been sharing a few pages to the team page, but Darren O'Lean, I just found out has his own little Facebook page, and he just kind of did a live video on the new ingredients in Shakeology and the new vegan.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that.
But yeah, like anything like that, like what I was kind of blown away by is I knew somewhat the process on how Shakeology was made, but I didn't know the in-depthness. And they kind of went into that at Super Sunday as far as like literally how worldwide, like they have a team out there hunting for things, and then how it's processed and tested repeatedly to make sure that the nutrition is in there and it never leaves, like even through the quarantine process and all of that stuff. So I thought that was really cool. And then it's just like, so after all of that, only $4 a serving.
Yeah. It is. It's actually very remarkable.
Yeah.
And that goes towards the conversation of processed foods, because obviously it's processed food, but so is coffee. So is sugar. So are so many other things.
Yeah.
But it's also the efficacy with which it is processed, and that it isn't empty calories.
Yeah.
So I like all that.
Yeah. I think you and I had talked about it. Might have been an Aunt Margaret thing. Like mom's sister Margaret isn't a fan of Shakeology because it's a processed food. We don't eat processed foods.
But they do.
And it's just like, yeah, a bag of salad that you buy from the grocery store is technically a processed food. Like, unless you home grow it, it's a processed food.
Yeah,
So
cheese processed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But it's the value that's in the processing.
Yeah.
For the viable food. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's just another bit of fuel for conversation.
Just to go back to your educating about Shakeology and like the process and everything. So I don't know if I told you about this or not, but I got this app called Castbox, and it has like all kinds of different podcasts on there. And what you can do, there's like, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but like I can search for like Beachbody stuff.
Yeah.
So I go to Beachbody, and it has like all the national wake up calls on there as well. But it's got Inside Shakeology. Can you see that? Like right there.
Yeah.
So Inside Shakeology. And they're like 5 to 15 minutes, like little snippets that have tons of information about how they do that. So if anybody needs, or like if you're in the car or just like wanting to learn or listen to it, like that helped me kind of get educated on it as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad you reminded me because I used to be much better at listening to my podcasts, and I've really fallen off of that. So I need to hop back on board with that and let that be part of my daily PD, because what's 10 or 15 minutes in the car
Right.
to fuel that. So I'm glad you mentioned that. What was the name of the app that hosted all of that?
Yeah, what was
Let's see, it's Castbox.
Castbox, okay.
like PS?
Yeah.
Oh, Cast, okay.
It's podcast.
It's funny how we all heard different things. Like I was like, Castbox?
Cashbox? It has cash in it? What? Anastasia, we almost saw you for a split second.
I don't know. I need to get a new phone.
Oh, no.
By the way, your live video of you all playing outside was cute.
Thank you.
So how's things going with you, Lauren? Like I know you're like I'm still at the very beginning of module 4 in Jesse's training and haven't really dove into my avatar thing yet. But
Yeah.
how far are you?
I started module 6, but I feel like I kind of need to stop where I'm at for a little while and just, just take it in and like put in place some of the things that I've learned instead of, module 6 is a little intense, it's like getting really deep in the power editor and dark posts and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. So I have a free group right now, and I would suggest to all of you guys, if you are having either a free group or a paid group, make sure that you create an event on your page, and then you can tag your personal page on there.
Yeah.
And it's doing really well. I think I have 10 people saying, that they're going, and then I have 40 that are interested.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's going really good. We'll see how many actually attend and participate, but actually comes. But
for your live or for your free group, are you going to require like everybody sign up like for a free account with you, or how are you going to do it?
No, not for this one, because this one is like, and I'm struggling with this of how to relate this to fitness more and Beachbody. I do have some Beachbody links in there, and I'm talking one day about fitness, but the group itself is it's a busy mom's guide to packing healthy lunches. So that's definitely my avatar. So I want to start relationships with these people. But like I said, I don't know how it's going to transfer into, hey, you want to work out with me? So we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm wondering too, to start off with like a free group, how I should start my first.
Yeah. Like I know my first group was actually a Shakeology. It was a 7-day Shakeology challenge. And that was before they had the super sampler, so I actually had to buy boxes of Shakeology and then divvy them out and then mail out the packages to everybody. It was very convoluted. But no, I would say like with free groups, that's where we can kind of have some fun. Like I ran one not too long ago that it was 5 days all about like self-love and like self-affirmations and dreaming out loud and things like that. So like with free groups, you can kind of have just fun with it and just use your own voice because you're still making those connections with people.
My first free group, Anastasia, was a 7-day water and walking challenge. So if that, to me, that was kind of an easy kind of way to break into running a group.
I was thinking about something like that.
There's a template in daily purpose for that one too, I think.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I would definitely say like if like with your group too, and I can upload my self-love template as well. But like if you create a free group that works really well and flows really well, like feel free to, like what I did for the self-love group is each day whenever I made the post, I would just copy and paste it to a Word document, and by the end of the week I had a template made for the next time I did it. So that would be fun to start to share that, kind of go that way.
I want to take a second here and welcome Sheila. Can you hear us?
I sure can.
Hi, Sheila. Everybody, I've been a very bad coach as far as officially welcoming Sheila into our group with a welcome Sheila post. But here's Sheila.
Hi, Sheila.
Hi, everybody.
She's been following along almost from the beginning. I'd say I was maybe only 6 months into coaching, and Sheila and I connected, and maybe a little further along, because Sheila, I don't remember if it was through a likes page or a friend of a friend, but
It was back in October.
of a year ago, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like at my year anniversary, and she's just always been part of my groups, and I've loved her participation, and she stepped up to become a coach in, was it January or February? This will tell you how bad I am.
I think it was January.
January, yes. So we're just thrilled to have you, and welcome to your first Zoom call or team call, and we're just kind of chit-chatting tonight and talking about ways to move ourselves forward and ways to help our team, and if you have any questions at all, then ask them, and there you go.
I will do that.
Good.
And actually, like I was hoping she was gonna jump on, but you're the first Sheila on the team, and I actually just tomorrow we'll welcome the second Sheila to the team.
Oh, that's nice. Mine's just spelled a little different.
Yes.
In my mind, I called you Shylea for a long time.
That's fine. Call me what you want.
Oh, goodness.
I've always answered.
There you go.
Awesome.
Try anesthesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, I think I actually knew a couple Anastasias growing up, so like I was like, okay, I know how to say that one. But
Or Anastasia. I get different.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, well, and just kind of circling back though to like with you, Lauren, and I know we mentioned the Jesse Reagan group because me, you, and Mom are in it. I need to find that link, or if you all know where we can find it. But I think, Laura, this would actually be really good for you if you want to check it out. But he's actually running a 7-day free group for people interested in it. But Jesse Reagan was a name I heard early on and kind of broke away from the pack because everybody kind of went the Josh Coates route, and he's okay, but he wasn't my cup of tea as far as education. Jesse Reagan, like I've actually fallen in love with the training. I've kind of slowed down, but it's all about utilizing Facebook, specifically Facebook ads to create your specific target market. And it's actually like an incredible training so far. So if you want to check that out, I'll try to find the 7-day like seminar thing that he's hosting. I'm going to start recommending that to like everybody that joins the team because it's been like mind altering a little bit too, from instead of just focusing on helping anybody that I can talk to, it's very honed in on who you are, how you should be posting, who you can target, and then you get into the mechanics of how Facebook actually works, which is what I really like.
That's what I like too. It's very nuts and bolts, but it's also encouraging you to be your own authentic voice
Mhm.
in the midst of that too.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it now just to see if I can find it, but
Yeah. Well, and I think that most of the coaches that have actually been doing it and following it, like, they turned out pretty successul. Like, they said that they no longer have to like hunt down people, that they've honed in so much on who their target market is that people are reaching out to them.
well, and let me speak to that real quick. Hi, Anastasia, I can see you.
That's work.
I went live tonight after my workout with no agenda in my head, really. I felt like I just blabbered on. It was 6 minutes of just blabbering. And I came inside, felt bad. I felt so embarrassed by it, I wasn't even going to share it to my personal page. And then about 10 minutes later, I had a message from, I don't even know that she likes my page yet. She saw my video. She reached out to me. She's my age, and she wants to do a program because she's overcoming chemo and radiation and wants to regain her strength and health, and wants to do it. So, like I said, it hasn't happened yet, but here that really did bring somebody to my door for the first time. And not for the first time. I've had a couple of other people that have come to me through the likes page and through this targeted marketing that has a lot of potential. So the relationship is starting to be formed, and that's good. Gives one hope.
Yeah.
And that's what you were using, like, were you doing a sponsored ad with that?
Well, through the Jesse Reagan training, I've gone from about 520 likes to over 1,800 likes.
Uh-huh.
So I have a for me right now, much bigger audience that is seeing stuff. So it wasn't an ad out there, but it was something that, maybe she already liked my page because I've been responding to everybody I see that likes it, but not everybody responds back. So it might just be likes my page and just saw it tonight.
But yeah, and you haven't even gotten to module 4 yet, where you start honing in on your specific target market. Because the way, he talks about like split testing a bit, and like where you create like different ads to see which one does the best, and from there, like your first round of testing is actually targeted directly towards people that have already liked something in the Beachbody world, so that way you have that connection. So I've had a couple conversations with people that way, that maybe they either already have a coach or they've had experience with Beachbody before. But then once you develop your specific avatar type person, you grow from there.
Yeah, I'm following a coach who is my age now. And she gives me a lot of encouragement because she was like me, that she sat at Emerald Coach for, her first year and a half, and wasn't growing an audience, didn't really know how to, and she had some coaches on her team, but I think she said they were all just discount coaches. Not that that's anything to sneeze at, that's awesome, but she just didn't know how to bridge the gap to having a team with her that was all moving forward like she wanted to. And she engaged with Jesse Reagan's training about a year ago, and how her business has really taken off. And I think she's a 2-star diamond now herself in a year's time. And she's older than I am. I think she's either 59 or 62.
Are you talking about
or something like that? Doreen, do you remember?
I thought she said she was a 6-star.
Oh, then I might have it wrong. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think in that last live video she did, she said I thought it was 5-star.
Okay, good.
So 2, 5, 6.
2 to 6.
Yeah. A lot of stars.
More than one.
put my daughter back up to bed.
Oh.
She's
So that just gives me incredible courage that I can do this, even in the midst of, Jason ends up being the one I complain is not quite, I guess fuss or complain about too, because I feel so fractured so often. There's so many things that I want to keep my eyes on and move forward. And since I'm not the most organized, I don't know. I can't see, I guess, my progress in making progress in all of those different areas. And so I feel like I'm doing battle with myself an awful lot.
Yeah.
And so it's just because it is ever evolving, I'm ever evolving, having to figure out. I'm so much better organized than I was 6 months ago, but it's still changing yet again. So it's just something to keeping up with. And but
Patty, how long have you been a coach?
For 2.5 years.
Okay.
No, yeah, well, 2 years and like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I hear all these stories about these women who like they start coaching and then like into it like they're an emerald or a ruby, and then like by the end of the year they're these diamonds, and I'm just like, yeah, I've been doing this like for almost a year, and I'm just now getting to like grasp what I should even be doing. And I get it, like everybody's got their own paths and everything, but
yeah.
I'm just amazed by these women who can just pick it up and run with it when I'm just like,
Yeah. Well, and I think that like people like that are so focused on because of their instant success. And there's Adam. Mainly solely for the fact that they get that instant success. But it's just like I know one of the things that Nikki reminds us of a lot is like, even she said, for example, like the top coaches, like being a top coach, she said, does not reflect income. It's not that they're sitting there making, I mean, a couple of them are probably sitting there making millions of dollars, but like rank doesn't equal income. And the people that grow fast typically also fizzle quickly, or at least their teams do. So they're constantly having to chase keeping things up. Whereas like if you do take the time to build with solid people that you know are genuinely in this, like you're just creating something more sustainable. And she said that's something that she wishes that Beachbody would kind of almost highlight a little bit more than they do, are the people that like, instead of fixating on, like the top 10 or the top 100 coaches, like how many coaches out there that aren't like hitting Success Club every single month, but they're growing their businesses and growing solid incomes, and their families are changing because of it, instead of focusing so much like on the income.
Yeah.
Can you bring me my water, please?
Let's see.
Yeah, mine's kind of been looking at a slow pace. I just chat with everybody and find out what kind of foods they like and just kind of build that relationship with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, sorry, I was looking this up. Something that I liked that I saw somebody post was, she said she talks to her new coaches about the 1-3-5-7 formula. And it says, I've seen this work in our profession and others. As a general rule, it will take you about 1 year to become competent and profitable in network marketing. You'll know the basics, you'll cover your beginning expenses, and you'll be learning the whole time. It'll take you about 3 years of consistent part-time effort in order to go full-time, and it will take you about 5 years of consistent effort to become a six-figure a year earner or above, and it'll take you 7 years of consistent effort in order to become an expert. And one of those things. And I kind of like that perspective, because that's generally like in most entrepreneurial businesses, like that's what it is. And I think that's what has kept me going, and how many times like I've almost had to just start over, is knowing that literally if I just keep at this, that in a decade or less, like I could have that life where I don't have to show up to work for somebody else anymore, and that I could essentially like retire before I'm 45 to 50.
Well, I think that's an interesting perspective that we all, maybe it's culturally built into any kind of direct marketing or multi-level marketing, is that the get rich quick aspect of it that seems to go hand in hand with it, that getting rich in 10 years or 7 years
is fast.
It's fast. And I'm not even rich. What I mean, even by that, and this is going to be my newest PD because I've got hangups about money and income. But just being able to lay claim to a financial freedom and time freedom, and know that that's okay to pursue, along with helping people find their best health. So anyway.
Jason, when you were doing the 1357, talking about that,
Yeah.
you said it was 5 years for what?
Let's see. I think I'll pull it back
Go
up.
full time?
Yeah, it says
What was 3?
5 years of consistent effort to become a 6-figure earner. Okay. Here, I'll do it again. It says 1 year to become competent and profitable, to know the basics, cover beginning expenses, and learning the whole time. 3 years of consistent part-time effort in order to go full-time. 5 years of consistent effort to be a 6-figure earner, and 7 years of consistent effort in order to become an expert.
Yeah.
Like here, I'll just read you the script that she, like, this is what she says to her. She's like, that doesn't mean that you can't make more than that in the short term. Many people do. It just means that if you want to keep making that kind of money, you need to eventually become an expert. When you think about it, 7 years isn't so bad, especially when a good portion of that time is part-time.
Yeah.
It says you're going to be 7 years older anyway. You might as well become an expert over that period of time instead of just going through the motions, because the time's going to pass anyway.
Yeah.
Good.
So I kind of like that perspective.
Yeah, that is. That helps.
More because and that's the other thing that I was kind of shocked about it the first time I saw it, because I didn't know it existed. But each year at Summit, they have one little section of the, I think it was the celebration ceremony, where they have awards for financial freedom. They actually bring people up on stage that have met these goals. Like they have one award where if through your Beachbody business, you've managed to pay off all of your credit card debt. Or they have one where it's a total financial freedom award, where through working your Beachbody business, you've managed to pay off credit cards, any cars, houses, student loan payments, things like that. So I wish they would highlight more things like that.
Yeah.
Hi, Sabra. Let's see. Was there anything specific that you all were either struggling with, or something that's working good for you, or? I don't know.
When Jason and I ran a challenge group last month, I was talking with him about reprising a couples challenge, because we did seem to have a lot of excitement and drawing in people coming in as a couple. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to throw that thought out there, for a next challenge group. And one of the things we were going to, just talk about was, what challenge groups are on the horizon for everybody for May, and then the potential too for any kind of partnering up. I was hoping to see Tanya and Sydney, because I know Sydney Morris on our team was wanting to do a 7-day Shakeology challenge group, and her particular focus she wants to do is with the nutrition aspect of all of this, because that's where she's found such value herself. So Goodness sakes, how weird. Well, but I didn't know if anybody else out there was wanting to partner up for something like that, or, you know, I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas to make sure that we all know the resources that we have with one another in partnering up or picking brains. Just like I was looking for that 7-day Shakeology template in the Beatnik page, I could never find it. So I don't know what other resources there are. There's a 21-day challenge in the back office, but as far as a 7-day challenge, if anyone knows where that is, then
I might have one saved. I'll look and see.
Okay. And it might be in our back office. I haven't looked there, which is silly of me, but I just haven't yet. Are you seeing it, or are you looking for that, Jason? Your eyes are scanning.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I have it on my computer.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I have it saved on my computer. So I can
Okay,
upload
good.
that.
If it's not already in our files, then if you don't mind adding that to the files.
Yeah.
And Sheila, what we're talking about on our main page, there's a files tab.
Yeah.
In there you can access other meetings that we've had and kind of get a feel for all of us in that regard and how we function and how we're growing as a team. So there are past recordings. There are meal plans there. Like if you have, you know, someone you want to work with one-on-one, there are just a lot of things there that you can access to help out. Like there's a 5-day clean eating from the freezer group. There are, Lauren updated that 7-day water and walking group template. That's in there. Just all kinds of help. One of the things that, well, not one of the things, but the foundation for what we do as coaches is work on the 4 vital behaviors, and personal development is one of those. And there's also some things in there I think that might relate to PD. So anyway, just take a look at our
Thank
files
you.
and browse through that. It's the same on the Beatnik page. I'll be getting you uploaded there too. Where did my screen go? There we are.
Yeah, in the daily purpose page in the file section, there is a 7-day Shakeology file. And, 7-day Shakeology challenge group templates. And then if you click on that and then click on the link in there, it links to my Google Drive that has all of that info.
Thank you. I'll make sure Sydney knows about that. But partnering up is a good way to go. That's so I encourage that. And even if it's just on occasion, and it doesn't have to be for challenge groups. It could be for coaching accountability. It could be anyway. Yeah. Sorry, getting squirreled.
And I think you and I, Lauren, were talking about like success partners and everything, and how often we talk. Like I know I partnered up with Mary Kane for a while, but she was more like of an accountability person for that period of time. But yeah, I would definitely say if you can find your other half, like, like
I have a girl that I'm working with now from that the social team builder group.
Yeah.
We teamed up. So we're going to run a challenge group in May and see how we, you know, work together and go from there. So
yeah, like I still like how yeah,
Saber and I are both we decided we're doing like an ongoing kind of free group.
Yeah.
So we're both doing that together too.
That's awesome.
How are you all compartmentalizing your time and your energy resources for your groups? Are you following templates and uploading and using Buffer? Are you getting on there and winging it for every post? How are you all structuring your time and energy to keep the engagement going in your groups?
I have to have a template. Like I have to, or the posts fall off. This is only the second one that Lauren and I have done together, just like free, like little free week-long groups. Mm-hmm. And the last one, like we had a template. It was a group that I had, a similar group to what I had already done before. So we just used that template and just changed a few things.
Yeah.
And this Lauren's kind of taken over and done the template. So it's kind of nice for me because I feel like this time, like I'm not doing anything. But I mean, some of the posts you just kind of, like you have, I usually try to have like one like themed post per day, like already planned out, like a topic to cover. But then I still try to like check in with just, but I don't, for the short groups, I don't use like Hootsuite or Buffer or anything. If I was doing it, like when I do a really long group, I will usually, but.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're like, I think we're trying something similar this month in like the challenge group that we ran a couple months ago that had pretty much all of our current challengers in it, plus a few extras. We've converted that into an ongoing challenge group. And so that way we're just kind of checking in there occasionally. And then I think Jen Heckel talked about running a VIP challenge group where you keep it really small to try to get some results. Because I think that's where I get frustrated is even like if you buffer out this amazing template and everything, like the people that like, man, I want some active people. And I think that
I do think doing prizes helps a lot. Like it's a little bit of a cost up front, but I feel like the last full challenge group I did, I had a few new people in there too, which I think always helps. But like I didn't even do that. But like I think I sent everybody, like whoever checked in each day, got it like a sample of Energize and a sample of Hydrate. Like it wasn't even a huge prize, but everybody was like checking in and like I mean it just went really well. But I could tell that I think they were motivated to get the prize. But whatever. I mean,
yeah.
But it wasn't like I was like I really want you guys to know that it's just a sample. Like I wanted to stress that because I was like, it's not anything like extravagant here. So
how many people did you have in that group?
I think it was like 10. I had actually my sister joined, which was really big because she was like when I first posted that I was a coach, she sent like within a minute I got a message from her. She was like, "Oh my God, you're going to be so annoying." So I was like, she was like the first negative comment I got about it. So it was really cool to have her kind of turn around and join it. And she was probably like the best challenger I've ever had. So
yeah,
she's not in my group anymore. I think she's over it, but whatever. So I think I had like 10 total though.
Well, I know getting back to when I was saying I followed Doreen, she even made a post the other day of how she went to the store to pick up all of her mailers because she's always giving out little freebies in her groups. And that's something I haven't done. And I guess I've just wondered, like, what kind of stuff do people give away? And I think I'm probably the world's worst gift giver. Because I never what kind of stuff.
I don't think people care. I think people just want free stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll add that to my list.
It just has to have that. It has to say free, and they're in.
Yeah.
Well, and this just made it pop in my head, but like going back to you, Laura, on how you gave your boss some of the packets just to try. Be sure to track all of that because those are each a $4 to $5 tax write-off.
Ah, sweet. See, I don't even think about stuff like that. That's funny.
Yeah. The longer I've been in here now, it's like literally, it's like, what tiny thing can I write off as a business expense? Yeah. But because there is that whole debate over whether or not like even our own personal Shakeology can be written off as a tax write-off. It can. Because it's a requirement in order for us to hit Success Club, and 2, it's marketing. It's marketing materials. So, But yeah, that just popped in my head to throw that out there. I know one of the things I was going to work on tomorrow that I'm like, up until now, I've been more like post as I go on my likes page, and some days are more consistent than others. So I was going to try to come up with a semi like posting schedule for my own likes page, because I know like that's one of the things that Jesse Reagan talks about, is just, of course, being consistent. But I was going to give the Facebook post scheduler a try for at least a week to see how it goes, and like try to sit down tomorrow and come up with like at least like a week's worth of posts, maybe like 2 posts a day or something, and go ahead and schedule those out to see if that makes anything easier. And maybe have like each day like a hashtag planned out for each day, so that way, because half the times like on Tuesday it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm just like, well crap, it's like I totally forgot about like Transformation Tuesday or something like that. Or I totally missed the boat on certain things, or I'll think about it and then something distracts me and then I don't get back to it. So
yeah, I find myself there a lot too, and that frustration is part of the aggravation too, and I don't want to feel like I'm weighing myself down with all the things I forgot to do.
Yeah. All right.
Jason?
Do what?
Not a lot. I have done the Facebook scheduler some.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It is nice. I haven't done it a lot, and I definitely need to do it more. But on nights, like where I know I've got, dance class or t-ball or something where I know I'm, just going to be tied up with, practice and then bedtime. And I've been scheduling a few of my posts, and so far it's been great. I did see a few people, I think today in the group, said that they were having like a little bit of issue with it, but not posting or anything, but I haven't had any problems with it. So
yeah, that's good to know. Like, have you noticed, like, as far as like reach or anything, do the schedule posts reach the same amount?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think it's the same.
Okay.
What are y'all doing for PD these days?
Miracle.
I just downloaded the Compound Effect.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the book or whatever. So it's my first audio book. So has anybody read that?
Not yet.
Okay.
I haven't read it.
No, I think somebody just talked about it like on the National Wake Up Call like a week ago. I can't remember who it was. But it was the one about momentum. And so I downloaded that one, and hopefully I'll be better at listening to audiobooks than I will about actually reading books, because I will start a book and then I'll start another book and then I'll start another book and I never finish them. So
yeah. So that's how I am. I have like 4 books started.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
book reading. So
I've got like 3 pages left on my Jen Sincero "You Are a Badass" book. It's like I can't get to my last 3 pages.
almost.
So close. That was my January goal, was to finish that book in January.
Yeah. Is everyone going to Summit?
Huh?
Is everyone going to Summit? Okay.
No,
Glenn, are you not going?
no, I'm not going this year.
Okay. I got a ticket.
No, I'm suddenly like, 5-star diamond. I'll be there. But no, we already had like several vacations planned, and there's just no way. We just can't do it. So
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like the flight, I don't know if this is right or not, but I priced out like a flight in a hotel, and it came to like $1,300. Does that sound normal, or was it just like
Like, I actually just
Who's not like United right now? Maybe United.
yeah, but
Give it a few weeks.
They
You'll fight.
What?
I was like, I just booked mine and Adam's flights because the night before, like, I work Wednesday night and I don't get off until like 8 or 8:30. So I was like, there's no way I'm driving all the way to New Orleans the next day.
Yeah.
So our flights through Southwest for both of us was around $750.
Okay.
Um,
For both of you?
yeah, for both of us total round trip. And then like not per person, $750 total.
Yeah.
And then I know me, Adam, and then mom and dad are doing an Airbnb and just splitting the cost.
Yeah.
So that could always be an option.
Sleep on the floor.
Yeah. Like
Are you in the Summit group, Laura?
I don't
There's
know.
like a big Summit. I'll add you to it because I always see people posting on there like we need a. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. I would like definitely scope out their
Yeah, I don't
pro-
care.
people who like we have an extra bed in our house or we have an extra bed in our hotel room,
Okay.
especially as it gets closer. I remember last year there was a lot of people posting things like that.
Yeah.
yeah, and then the thing about Summit too is honestly you don't spend a ton of time in your place except
Yeah.
to sleep, so.
Sheila, what we're talking about is every year in July, this is our one big national gathering. We were really fortunate, I think, for this area, for our first two to be held in Nashville back to back. So very close to Louisville for us. And this year it's going to be in New Orleans. So it's what is it, 22,000, 25,000 coaches, I remember, something like that. And we sort of go in and take over a town and have a lot of seminars and training calls and do live mass workouts together and get to know the greater body of people that are each body, celebrate top coaches. Like Jason said, people walk across the stage a lot and get a lot of recognition, which is a lot of fun. And Jason even walked last year and got to carry a flag and all that fun stuff. Yay! So, still has the flag. So just another thing to maybe look ahead to or look forward to, the first few days at the end of Summit is a great time to grab a ticket for the following year. Just to kind of go ahead and lay claim to it. I found that if I do it right then I am locked into it. I'm not going to give myself an out at that point. Plus the ticket is a lot less expensive than it is, say,
What
now.
was the deal at the end of
Right.
years?
Was it $150?
I thought it might have been even a little bit less because I
I
thought
thought it was 125. Bought it right after, like
Yeah.
at Summit, basically.
yeah, I think it was like 125 or
And
something.
it's 75 right now.
Yeah.
And then I think at the door it's like 300.
Yeah, at the door it goes way up.
But they're amazing opportunities to be together with the corporate body. And
Mhm. Yeah. I forget who Brendan Bouchard or
yeah.
something like that, like the keynote speaker. And I think Nikki's actually speaking on one of them. So,
Yeah.
but that's, so the thing, it's just the changing experience. What else?
What is your all's greatest struggle? Polling everybody.
I still compare a lot and play the procrastination card a lot. Laura.
I have trouble executing my plan. So I have notes and ideas and thoughts and I write it all down, but like making it happen and like pulling the trigger, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. I just get caught up with other stuff. I don't set the time apart for it. So that's my biggest struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So that and just focus, like staying focused.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you tried the focused energy Shakeology boost? It wakes me up really good.
Does it?
Yeah.
I used to take it, now I don't. I might need to get back on that and add that to my shake in the morning.
Lately, I've been doing a scoop of Energize and a scoop of focused energy mixed together.
Gosh. Down when that happens? That's amazing.
So, what about you, Anastasia?
Trying to get myself wake up and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just try to take advantage of my aha moments. It's kind of hard, and I just look at motivational stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to capture those moments of trying to like get an explosive post. You get kind of like dragged down sometimes.
Yeah. But see, I like the way that you kind of like document throughout the day. Like I know with you being at home with your daughter, like it's kind of cool because I can always kind of tell sometimes like when you have those free moments because you can see, oh, there's a few posts. So like I think you're utilizing it really well, especially.
Wonderful. Yeah. Kind of hard to see in my point of view to what others see. So sometimes you're just like, okay, I see this post, but then when you see other people can see how it is, you're just kind of like, I don't know, am I doing good? What am I doing?
Yeah, comparing. Yeah, that's where I get stuck sometimes is comparing myself. Like the thing I have to remind myself is like I don't have the same voice as everybody else, so the way that I kind of post and talk is the right way to do it, and sometimes I actually have to just tell myself to stop, like
right.
the comparing. So.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah, Mom.
Oh, no, I didn't want to interrupt everybody else first. I just made myself a note so I'd ask it.
What about you, Lauren?
I don't know. I would say some of the comparison too, for sure. I definitely do that. Sometimes more than others. Like, I'll see like a really good post. I'm like, dang, that was really good. Why can't mine be like that? Or, having, like I feel like it takes me forever to draft out a really good post, and then I like it that I see other ones and I'm just, a lot of times I just throw stuff up there because I'm in a hurry and don't really have time or I'm at work, and then I think about it later and I'm like, gosh, you should have spent like 5 minutes just making that a little bit better. So, and then, I don't know, some of it's organization stuff is, I feel like I take all these really great notes and have all these great thoughts, and then I don't apply any of it. So,
yeah.
Like, I'm a really good note taker. Like, I have notes.
I know, exactly. I have like several notebooks, and then I think, at the time I'm like, gosh, this is really good. I'm going to make sure when I make my post, I'm going to go back and look at this, and I don't.
Oh gosh. Let's see. What about you, Sheila? Any duets? Sorry, Caesar.
I was told that like if you start to compare yourself to other people, and then you set yourself up for failure. So you gotta have your own passion.
Mm-hmm. Let's say. Who is your next saver?
Me.
What do you struggle with?
Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to narrow it down to like tell you guys the main thing. I don't know. I think kind of like Lauren said, like organization. Like I need to like give things a chance more, because I think I'll see a new system and I'll try it for like a week and I'm like, well, that doesn't work. And I need to like just stick with it a little bit more, I think, instead of, I get really frustrated if I don't have like that instant gratification. So I just need to stick with things, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know I did that at first too with just, well, and still do even with organization, because now I'm planning on going back to print off the activity track and give that a shot again. I think I want it to be so incredibly thorough, and there's not enough room there to write everything. And maybe it have to be, because sometimes the documentation I'm writing, I can't even go back and follow it because it's, I don't know.
But I think that's why, like, Erin Young, when she talked about the business activity tracker, that it was a good tool, mainly because it's not something that you have to fill up like with people's names or something. It's literally just a checklist because there isn't enough space to write everything down. So it's just like a way for you to get like a quick glance at, okay, did I do those things? Like, did I make 3 social posts? So you can see that you have 3 checks on there. Like, it's more of just a checklist versus an actual like tracking system, I guess. Because I think that was developed along the mindset too of like, as people, like, we like to create our list and then have those check marks at the end of the day. So I think that's what she was getting at, is like, she likes looking at her list and seeing like all the check marks filled in. I think she froze.
She's really intrigued.
She's like, But yeah, like, I don't know. It sounds like we're all pretty much insecure people just trying our best.
I do think it's encouraging, like, when you hear from everybody else that like everybody's having not necessarily the exact same problems, but like nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So it's just a good reminder that even the people whose post you got, like, everybody's looking at and thinking like, oh my goodness, I wish I could do that. Or like, they're probably sitting there looking at somebody else thinking, I wish I could do that. So
Yeah.
like, there's no such thing as being perfect. So
No.
Do you guys have, like, this is so stupid. I have like 4 or 5 different people who never like my stuff. And I'm like, why don't they like they're my friends. So I'm like, I don't know, but it's just like, there's like 2 in particular that I know have made comments about like, oh my gosh, I post all this stuff and nobody ever says anything and nobody ever likes it. And then I do the same thing and it's like, it's like the same, I don't know. I'm surprised that they're not like at least saying, hey, good job, Laura, because they're that close of friends where they, like, I feel like that's the normal thing to do. But like, I feel like I've made it. Like, if they could just hit that little thumbs up, like at one point, I'd just be like, Do you guys have people like that, or am I just?
I'm jealous that you only have 4 or 5 people like that, because I could probably give you a list of
5 that I'm focused on right now, I should say.
my family, none of my husband doesn't even, like, if my husband likes one on pictures, I want to have a party that day, because he just like, that I post. And I have some family who, like, if I post a picture of my kids, they'll like it, and then they don't like, and I might post them like an hour apart, so I know that they saw both of them.
Yeah.
But like, if it's anything to do with Beachbody, like, even if it's like a healthy meal or anything, like, they will not like it. And I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't, like, whatever. Don't like it. I do care.
I get like fixated on it sometimes, and I'm like, what? What's your problem? I'm amazing. Like, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, I noticed that people start drifting back, or you find that you have your friends that untrain you or something.
Yeah.
Didn't say crucial things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You looked so deep in thought when you left. You're like, but no, I have.
Why'd they all stop talking?
Yeah, like I'll have to do like say stuff to Adam sometimes, even like, well, he'll even like come home, or like I'll go to the salon if I go in after him, and he goes, "That was a good poster, that was a good video." Well, then why didn't you like it or comment on it or share it? I was like, do something. I was like,
Oh, man.
he's like, offer me a little help. So like I've almost started asking him like each day, like if I make a video or a significant like inviting post, I said, I'll either say, will you share that, or can I borrow your phone?
Your dad's gotten pretty good about doing that, following up. I haven't even had to ask him. But, and y'all probably already said this, but one of the best little words of wisdom that I heard sort of early on, because I too get hung up on crafting a post and making sure it's worded exactly right still. But done is better than perfect. I had heard that somewhere along the road, and whenever I find myself getting caught up in that spinning wheel of just not getting something out there, I remember done is better than perfect. And sometimes I'll even go back, Lauren, and edit it and just kind of resubmit it. If I feel like I can perfect it, the post that I had done there. In fact, I did that today. I shared it on my likes page, and then I thought, oh, but I should have said this. And so on my personal page, I expanded it, and then I went back and edited it on my likes page. So it's like,
yeah, I know. Okay, here's an insecurity for me, but it's part of who I am. Is I'm a very wordy person, especially whenever it comes to writing and typing and sharing my story. I don't do anything short. And so like I constantly worry about like after I finish actually writing a post and it's like this long, I'm just like, well, crap, nobody's going to read this. But then I have to think about, okay, it's just like, okay, well, the people that aren't going to take the time to read it may not necessarily be my target market. So like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll go back and make it short, or I'll be like, should I put the call to action at the beginning so the people that don't read the whole thing will at least see that? Like, that's where I go back and forth.
Yeah, I'm totally right there with what you just said.
Yeah. Like, I just like, once I start typing, it's like, I just keep going.
Pour it out. It's really just spin well.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to get a blog, Jason.
A what?
Blog.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the other, people have told me that, but then it's just like, but then that's one more thing I have to do.
Copy and paste. Just blog it first.
Yeah.
Copy and then paste it on Facebook.
Exactly.
that's what Shay Stanford does a lot. She'll
Or she'll just share the blog link.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll need to look into that again. But,
Oh, coaching group. Nikki has a new coaching group that's going to be going up. The week of Summit? I mean, not Summit.
No, the week of Punta Cana, the last week of April. So yeah, there's going to be a glance in the coaching group that week.
I need to.
I think it's the 25th, 26th, and 27th because I just posted.
Yeah, and I think that the 26th, the 27th is when our trip starts, but we'll be down there on the 27th. We'll be down there on the 26th.
Right. Yeah. All right.
I'm trying to think of what else. Was there anything else that anybody wanted to chat about? I know one of the ideas that we had at Super Sunday was I was going to try to start picking like just one day, like at least a month, where I can go to a coffee shop and just kind of share it out. And then anybody that wants to join, if they can, we can do that. Or, and then just kind of like either Zoom from there or go live from there, at least like once a month. Just kind of like as a coffee shop team meeting. Fun thing.
I'd like to do that too. And I'd also like at some point to host something out here in Leavenworth.
I saw that face, Laura. Yeah.
Sister wine?
Yes.
We don't live too far apart. I wish that like we can get at like a coffee shop and have like a meeting, because sometimes things on a computer to be explained to me, I like to visual, like be right there and do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely, like, anytime if y'all ever come up to Louisville, just give us enough notice and we can plan something, definitely.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I went and had my blood drawn today.
Yay.
Is that the results of the thing you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, I'm having my thyroid tested, Laura.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's checking it out for you?
My doctor, Tracy McCartney, or she's a nurse practitioner, something.
Yeah.
She's not a doctor, she's some sort of nurse.
You think that you have like a thyroid issue?
It's been popping up a lot lately, and like I've had like all of a sudden like sudden onset severe fatigue.
Yeah.
That and my triglyceride issue has never been explained, and like the more research I do into it, the thyroid controls triglyceride stuff. So I'm just checking it out. So
I found out years ago that I have thyroid issues, and so they put me on like the generic form of Synthroid. And if I do not take that consistently, like there will be times where I'll go like a week or 2 weeks without taking it, and I'm exhausted, and it's not for any reason. I'm just tired and worn out and no energy. Like
that's how it was pretty much all last month.
Yeah, that's awful. Well, it's good that you're getting it checked out. When will you know?
I just had the blood drawn today, so hopefully in the next few days. I go in on Monday for test results, because the last time I had it checked, they said it was within normal range, but I talked to Melissa Nolan, and she said when she got her diagnosis that her thyroid was within normal range, but it had fluctuated much. So,
Laura, I can't believe that you can go that long without taking it. Like I don't think I can go to my job. I really don't.
Do what?
I don't think I could make it to my job and stay at my job all day if I did not take mine every day.
Yeah. I don't know how I can either, actually. But like I'll start to feel like garbage, and I'll be like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
And like I have like this pill box that I'll like keep with me and like take those on a daily basis, but I just forget, and then I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
So
actually, like even if my levels come back within a normal range, ask her like, would it hurt just to try like a low dose of it to see if it'll help with anything?
Yeah, even if you're like on the high end of normal, I would ask that for sure. I would, at least try a low dose and see if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I noticed, a huge change in especially last month, because January, February, like I was tired, but like I was still had enough energy to like do both massage, and then I would come home and work this. But like last month, I just noticed, like I know Saber and I talked about a little bit, like I noticed a huge like mind shift energy change. And all of March, like I literally didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
My motivation just plummeted, like, and that's what I told I even asked Adam if he thought I was depressed. I was like, because I want to do things. I want to get up and I want to move and I want to hit these goals. But I was like, I just can't.
Yeah.
Well, I checked my biorhythm today, and it's not my intellectual, because it can track several things: your physicality, your emotions. So my emotions were really, really, really subpar. I thought, Yeah, that's why I feel so bad. I buy over them dolls.
Lauren has secretly been replaced with her water bottle.
Holding her spot for her.
I had to plug my phone in because the battery was saying it was low.
But yeah.
And I just when my the pressure.
I think you're cutting me out, Lauren.
Oh, there she goes.
Yeah, the phone died. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Well, all right. So what else y'all gonna do this evening? I'm probably just gonna go straight to bed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a workout.
Oh my. That's my thing, is like the tireder I get, like you can see my eyes. My eyes get really squinty.
I've been watching the Great British Baking Show.
Love that.
You guys watch that?
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it. What are you doing?
Nothing. I miss you.
I miss you too. Come over. Invite me over.
Come on.
All right. No? I can't. I got a kid upstairs.
He can get you free pizza.
No.
We do have a gluten-free.
Oh, okay.
Really?
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
And we have free pizza from Domino's.
I think if you're gonna get Domino's, you just need to go with it. You just need to go all out.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know what you're signing up for.
Our deep dish like drips grease, and it's so good.
Do you have a pizza with extra gluten? Can I get that? Oh, gosh. All right, kids. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. If
Love you.
you think of anything or have any questions, feel free to post. But yeah,
Yep.
we'll do this again.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.